Welcome back. This is exactly where we left off. Open your browser and visually confirm http://yourdomain:5678. Initially, you might see a security cookie warning like this. Totally normal, since we're accessing over HTTP for now. We'll secure your setup with HTTPS shortly. For now, if you see this page, it means your n8n server is up and running. Next, we'll set up your subdomain on DigitalOcean and point it to your server's IP. Ready? Let's go create that subdomain. Now, let's create the subdomain for your n8n instance. Head over to your DigitalOcean dashboard and open the networking section. Under DNS records, add a new A record with the following details. Hostname, n8n.yourdomain.com, will direct to your server's public IP address. TTL, 3600, leave as default. Click Create Record to save. This will point n8n.yourdomain.com to your server, so when we finish setup, you can access n8n using your subdomain. Once done, let's move on to configuring Nginx for the reverse proxy. Next, let's make sure Nginx is installed and running as our reverse proxy. Check the Nginx version to confirm installation. Nginx-V. Check the Nginx service status, systemctl status Nginx. If Nginx is not installed, install it with these commands: apt update, apt install Nginx. Once Nginx is installed and running, we're ready to configure it as a reverse proxy for our n8n instance. Coming up next, now let's configure Nginx for our n8n subdomain. Go to the Nginx config directory, cd etc nginx, sites available. List the files to confirm you're in the right place. ls-ltr. Create a new config file for your subdomain. Replace with your real domain, vim n8n.yourdomain.com. This is where you'll paste the Nginx reverse proxy config in the next step. Let's break down what's happening in this Nginx config file. This file sets up your Nginx reverse proxy for the n8n subdomain. We're telling Nginx to listen on port 80 for incoming HTTP requests on your chosen subdomain, like n8n.yourdomain.com. Inside the location / block, all traffic is forwarded or proxied to the n8n app running locally on port 5678. We pass along important headers to preserve the original host and client IP address, so n8n knows who's really connecting. Buffering is turned off to help with real-time updates in the n8n editor, and the client max body size is increased to 100 megabytes to allow larger workflow files and uploads without any issues. This config is the foundation for exposing n8n through your custom domain. Once you save this file and activate it in the next few steps, your server will be ready to handle web requests from the outside world, forwarding them to your n8n instance. But remember, it is not secured yet. For that, we'll need SSL, which we will handle after we set up this subdomain. Let's go to next step. Once you've created and saved your Nginx config file for your n8n subdomain, you need to enable it. Here's how. Create a symbolic link from your config in sites available to sites enabled using this command: ln-s/etc nginx/sites available /n8n.yourdomain.com. etc nginx/sites enabled. This tells Nginx to actually use the config you just wrote. Now you've finished the config part. Next, we'll test your config and restart the Nginx server to make it live. Let's test our Nginx config to make sure everything's solid before going live. First, run this command to check your Nginx configuration, nginx t. If you see syntax is okay and test is successful, you're golden. Now, reload Nginx to apply your changes. Systemctl reload Nginx. Boom. At this point, your subdomain is live and ready with the Nginx reverse proxy. Next up, securing everything with SSL. Stay tuned. Time for visual confirmation that your setup is working. Go to your browser and type in https://n8n.yourdomain.com/setup. If you see a security cookie warning like this, that's expected. It means your server is running but isn't yet secured with HTTPS. Next up, we'll configure SSL to get rid of that warning and fully secure your n8n instance. Let's move on. Before installing SSL, make sure Certbot and the Certbot Nginx plugin are installed. First, check if you have them. Certbot --version, Certbot plugins. If you see output listing Nginx as a plugin, you're good to go. If not, install them with apt install Certbot, Python 3-certbot-nginx. Once you have Certbot and the Nginx plugin, you're ready for SSL setup. To issue and install your SSL certificate, just run certbot-nginx-n8n.yourdomain.com. Certbot will handle everything for you, requesting the certificate, updating your Nginx config, and setting up auto-renewal. When you see "Congratulations, you have successfully enabled HTTPS," your SSL is live and your n8n instance is now secure. Next step, test your site in the browser using HTTPS. Test Certbot SSL auto-renewal by running certbot renew-dry run. If you see "Congratulations, all simulated renewals succeeded," your SSL auto-renewal is set up and working. You're all set. Congratulations! If you see the n8n owner account setup page at https:/n8n.yourdomain.com/setup, that means your domain and SSL configuration are a complete success. You're ready for the next phase. In the next video, we'll walk through creating your admin user and explore the n8n dashboard for the very first time. Great job getting this far. See you!